If you are going to PvP, you need to get the best equipment you can possibly find. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can farm outposts on Lost Colony. Hello Dodo crew and welcome back for another video on ARK Ascended. Grab a bottle of water and let's get straight into it. Outposts are the best way to get a ton of loot on Lost Colony. They spawn pretty much everywhere and share their spawns with loot caches. Outposts and loot caches got predefined spawns, and you simply have to fly around and look for them. I haven't found all of them so far, but I created a small map where you can see all of the outposts I've found so far. It is important that I'll tell you that if you want to use creatures during the outpost missions, you have to uncrow them beforehand, because people inside the mission radius cannot uncrow creatures as long as the mission is running. All outposts can be put in 3 categories. But on a side note, before I start, as of I'm editing this, I'm at about 8k subs. If you could sub to help me reaching my goal of 10k subs by the end of the year, I would greatly appreciate it. First are attack missions, where you have to gather your thralls, creatures and anything you got to attack buildings and outposts of the Lost King. They basically always consists of 3 phases you need to pass to get all the juicy loot. First phase, you need to destroy all of the buildings of the Lost Colony around you, which can be done with all of your weapons and creatures. You need to watch out for them, because some of those buildings can also be auto turrets, which can shoot at you and deal a huge amount of damage. I recommend using creatures like an Osidon, Rex or Spino for this, because otherwise you will be too slow to stay in the mission's time. After you destroyed all the buildings, you go into the second phase, which consists of killing the Lost King's reinforcement, protecting the outpost. This phase gets a lot harder, and thralls and creatures of the Lost King will come and attack you. Most of these thralls are equipped with flamethrowers, whips and ballers. Yes, you heard me. Those thrall are full-fledged PvP peeps that actually know how to frick you up. They can baller you and unequip all your weapons with their whips, which is a huge frick up. So it is highly recommended to stay on your Osidon, as everything else might be too dangerous for you. After you have cleared the reinforcement, you are in the third and last phase, where one of the Lost King's mini-bosses will spawn. Actually, it is always 2 bosses. One creature, like a Osidon, Desmodos or something else, and one super strong thrall that is riding the creature. Both of them have a ton of health and get stronger with each difficulty level of the outpost, but more on that later. First, you should get rid of all the remaining thralls and creatures and then kill the bosses. After you have killed the bosses, they drop a key you can simply pick up and use to unlock the loot. Most of the loot is pretty classic OSD loot you get on any other map too. But you can also drop cursed weapons, armor, and if you're lucky, you can also get thralls from those missions. They got a bunch of different types of thralls, and if you want a full video on how thralls work, how to train and use them, then write me something in the comments. Are you tired of playing alone on a dead server? Sick of lag, wipes and admins who never show up? Then it's time to join TBS, one of the biggest no-wipe servers, on which I'm actually playing and I'm making a video on. On top of that, on their PvP and PvE servers, they have all maps available cross-platform, custom caves that are truly outstanding, auto-lootable raid bases and even full 48-hour offline raid protection during the week. Not only that, but on weekends it switches to a 3 times orb, which offers the possibility for offline raids, more action and so much more. A maximum of 4 players per tribe is allowed, and there are cash prizes for the best tribes. Your starter kits and a bunch of other things are designed to help new players get started on these servers. And if you don't feel like defending your base at 3 AM in the morning, there are a bunch of other things that make it possible for players with jobs or normal lives to play. On top of that, if PvP isn't your thing, why not join one of their PvE servers? Stop wasting time on empty servers, come and play with a real community on TBS. Links are in the description. I'll see you on the cluster. The second type of outpost is the defense outpost, which has a few different effects on the game and how the world is interacting with you. First things first, it can be started by going to the stash in the middle and activate the minigame. After that, you got a few seconds to prepare yourself, because from now on, waves of revenants will try to attack you and the stash in the middle. You get a new indicator on your HUD showing you from where the attackers will come and in which places you need to prepare defenses. Preparing defenses means building turrets and walls around you, because you're now playing some kind of a tower defense game. You now got a new kind of resource, which is basically only for the defense mission. You can use this resource to build turrets, plants and walls around you. To do that, you simply need to go to one of the glowing circles, looking at it, pressing E and selecting the thing you want to place in the radial menu. You got a couple of options. First, we got a wall or a dummy. This has a ton of health and is the preferred target of revenants, meaning they will attack this first before going for your turrets or stash. We got normal turrets, which are our main defense for now, because they do what normal turrets do, they shoot down revenants. You don't need ammo on your own, they are capped when built, and no, you cannot loot them. Next, we got Plant X, which is basically a weaker turret, which also applies a slow effect to the attacking revenants. The Plant Z is a heal, which you can use to heal yourself and your creatures. With the Tesla coil, we can weaken enemies, making them take more damage from all your other turrets and plants. The Plant Y does buff you and your creatures to deal more damage and take less. And last, the generator does passively generate resources while they're running. All of these buildings do need a certain amount of resources to get built, which can be seen in the lower left of your screen. By killing revenants and building generators, you can get more of those resources to build more defenses. But watch out, most of the buildings do not have much HP and the revenants will try to destroy them. Another positive effect of killing revenants is that the alarm level of the Lost King will go down each time you clear a wave or kill some revenants. After defending the outpost for 4 waves, a boss will spawn and try to destroy your turrets and the stash. If you build a decent defense, the boss should not be an issue, and after killing it, you will get your loot. Loot caches are for real a pain. They are simply OSDs as we know them from Extinction or Astreus. But they feel so much harder as those neophyte bats spawn, and for real, they are so strong. Neophytes take nearly 0 damage by other creatures, which means it is best to do loot caches after you got the tech spare, because they got a ton of health and any other weapon will simply be too weak to kill them. For real, I tried it a couple of times. You can forget about killing them with creatures. Even a Karcher or a Giga did like 5 damage per hit, which is insane, considering that they got up to 40k health during the loot caches. But loot caches are for real a late game thing, and considering the loot, they are not really worth completing compared to the other outposts. Especially they are pretty boring, as we already know how to deal with OSDs and element feigns from Extinction, but honestly, pathfinding for creatures got a lot better for them. All of the outposts come in 3 different difficulties. Not only increasing the level of the creatures and thralls attacking, but also the amount and types of creatures attacking you and the loot. Similar to OSDs and element feigns, the stash got more health and you get more loot upon completing the mission. You can get a decent amount of near-capped weapons and armor pretty fast with a couple of easy outposts, and if you are lucky, you can also get a couple of thralls at once if you're doing missions higher than Gamma level. Overall, I think those missions are a great way to get a decent amount of loot and good thralls to make your base more efficient. I hope you liked this video, and I'm thrilled to read if this video has helped you. Hit the like button, leave a comment below for the algorithm, and consider subbing to the channel. Alright, Frodo!